If you're looking to find serious art buyers, I think there's a choice, and what follows might feel like it's a lot, and it is. And I suggest you let it all in and then let it rest and just see what entices you the most. In other words, it's better to be clear and make a decision what sort of serious art buyer you want to attract. In taking the actions to attract one sort of serious buyer, you'll attract others, but you'll also be focused, decisive, and more likely to succeed. Now, I adolesced to punk, which was a reaction against the music establishment, which, in pouring out Phil Collins and Elton John, held no relevance to working class kids. And nowadays, we know artificial intelligence, AI, is repurposing everyone's life's work for the profit of a few. And I'm reading about how the West organized business to remove value from Africa through slavery and colonization. So I'm not a fan of the establishment. But we'll tackle it here because serious buyers are going to be courted by the art establishment. So first, let's just explore this serious buyer thing and why you want it. I help artists market and sell their work independently. I'm in the UK, and for me, Brexit was a denial of and a separation from others, where my desire is to embrace variety and learn about others and find common ground and help each other. Kay Tempest said that art increases empathy because we get to see things through another person's eyes. And journalism feels like it's fallen. Someone in The Guardian said, "We used to think knowledge is power, but now we know only power is power." So art feels like it's our last line of defense. So I want every artist to flourish, every artist to have their art in people's living rooms, because my approach is values based. So if you stand for fun, I want you to find others who stand for fun. And I want those people to be inspired by your art, to buy it, and for it to be a beacon in their lives, something that keeps them focused on their own humanity and helps them on their life's journey. Now, I'm not big on woo, but art has an energy, and I like to think of the impact an artwork will have on a living room, on the people who live there. So my personal preference is for you to find those people who connect with you because of what you stand for, and for you to have a way to travel with them and have them travel with you towards the worlds that you both want, sharing resources and discoveries as you go. I'm saying make your own serious buyers. Have a process after a sale to move them to collect your art. And pretty much all of my training is geared towards the independent artist finding and nurturing your own serious buyers. And there's some psychology involved. For instance, it helps if buyers can see that people like them are buying your art and feeling happy about it. It feels good to be part of something like an art movement or a club. It's good to connect. And of course, we have know, like, and trust to play with. One advantage, of course, is that if you find your own serious buyers, you're not necessarily faced with so much competition from other artists. These are your people. If you sell through a third party, often you won't even know who the buyer is. So you can't, for instance, create a list of buyers and then ask Facebook to discover and advertise to more people like these. And it feels to me like some crucial part of your business is stolen. But it's kind of fine if you're being paid enough. All right, so that is my preference. It suits my goal of getting more people to appreciate art. so they become better people and we get a better society. Of course, there are also people who are already buying art, and perhaps it's a lot cheaper and easier to just find those people. So I suggest that they are courted by galleries. So that's one way forward. Find yourself gallery representation. And my strategy for that is similar to the joke about how to catch a rabbit. Sit outside the burrow and make a noise like a lettuce. Basically, galleries love to discover you. I'm not sure that sending your portfolio to a gallery works, but being omnipresent to them, and when they check you out, appearing successful and profitable to them, puts you in the driving seat when it comes to negotiations. And I have a course called Gallery U, which goes through publicizing your exhibitions and reaching out to galleries. And it works even if your exhibition is online on your website or even on Instagram. So you could outsource this whole problem, get yourself gallery representation, and let them handle the serious buyers. By the way, I'm in support of the likely 50% commission that a gallery will take on sales. I think that represents the effort it takes to sell art. Take that on board if you want to do your own marketing and be independent. Maybe go into your studio in the mornings and dedicate your afternoons to marketing. But anyway, realize that marketing and selling is work, and there's really no easy button. So if you're happy with a gallery doing all of your marketing while you do the art, that's super cool. And if you're not sure how to make it happen, check out Gallery U at sellyourart.blog. Also, let that 50% thing force you to raise your prices. All right. So with all of those caveats out of the way, here's how to attract serious buyers yourself. Let's just think for a minute what we mean by serious buyers, because our strategy is different for different buyers. So if someone is a collector, they are likely to focus on something, a time or a location or a type of art, let's say British pop art. So ideally, then you'd be knowledgeable about that. You'd be able to write about it. You'd be at the shows, involved in the world, be able to do opinion pieces, and all of that could be boosted or turned into pay-per-click ads to reach those interested. For more, if they sign up to your mailing list, then you can track who in your list clicks when you share that sort of content, and perhaps you can offer to them some sort of connection, like a one-to-one Zoom preview of your forthcoming show, for instance. If you'd like to attract art investors, then you would write about that, auction prices, resale process, and so on. Same thing, write, collect responses, move them closer. For corporate buyers, I would head to LinkedIn and combine making connections with regular posts. And the same for interior designers and architects, except I would then build your business around helping those people choose and being responsive to their business needs, which may involve you accepting commissions or being good at delivery, trial and return, all those kinds of things. And once you have the process sorted, one of my big things is what to say. It's called a demand trigger. What can you say that will switch on a buyer? The demand trigger for a collector will be different to that for an interior designer, and it will be different for each artist too. So getting what you say right promises a huge improvement in the sales you make from all of your publicity, your emails, your social media, your exhibition program. And I tackle that in my course Transform. It helps you work out who you're selling to, what to say to get people switched on to you, and then it turns what you've discovered into your own personal art sales system. And you could do all of what I've just been talking about, but my take is choose one first and get that plate spinning. And once that's working for you, come back and see what else you want to do. Let me know what you think in the comments, and obviously I'd be happy for you to like and share. Stay safe, sell art.